Hey, this is Nicole Burnett with Queen Hemp Company, back for another session of Hydro Masterclass. Today's discussion is a continuation of last week's integrated pest management, and we're going to be focusing on spider mites. So spider mites are one of those nuisances that happen pretty often in different grows. It's something that can potentially become a huge problem, a huge outbreak, but it is managed fairly easily if you have protocols in place on the front end. So just to review, this is a two-spotted spider mite with an egg. One of the things we talked about last week was learning the life cycle of the pest that you're dealing with. So understanding the different life stages that a spider mite has, and it actually has a life cycle that you can introduce different treatments along the way to help attack the problem in different stages. So one of the things that we do on a daily basis is make the rounds. We walk around and physically inspect the plants randomly. So because spider mites are so small, it is a little bit difficult to see them until it's a big problem. Often they'll start out very low in the canopy of the plant and then work their way up to the top. So you will need to be diligent about looking for the damage, because that's what will show up first. The damage looks like you'll take a leaf. What you're looking for is pitting on the leaf, like little white spots on the leaf, and that literally is the spider mite sucking out some of the material from the plant. So then you will take that plant, take a leaf, put it under the microscope, a loop, a digital zoom, whatever you have, and try and track down what potentially could be a spider mite issue. So you have several choices at this point. Once you have found such an insect, you can strip out those few leaves that are affected. You can treat then with neem or some other spider mite application. Be mindful though that neem is not supposed to be used in flower, so if you are in fact in flower, another option for you may be to introduce a predator mite. So a predator mite for spider mites, a really good one, is Persimilis. So Persimilis can be purchased online in different numbers, and it's a really good way to get rid of spider mites if you catch them early enough in the flowering stage, or even in your mom room. It won't do a lot of good if you've reached the point where you're seeing webbing. When you're seeing webbing, you should assume that there is a massive problem. You have a few choices at that point. You can either strip the plant fully down and quarantine it, or I would tend to err on the side of just taking the whole grow down, or at least those plants that are affected, because they are so easily transmitted to other plants. Your fans can blow them onto other plants around that plant. You can physically transport them yourself by doing your daily inspections. You have to be really mindful of leaf litter that's on the ground and also in the bottoms of pots. So this is something that you just really need to watch out for and plan for, because when you find a problem, you need to have a plan in place to treat it and do so quickly before they exponentially grow, and then you're dealing with a much larger issue. All right, thanks again, and I will see you next week as we tackle russets.